were kind of like getting that you guys are waking up in the sort of rooms that they gave you to stay in and what have you. Um, and I kind of want to touch base with like, I mean, I don't know who's up first and what are you guys' plans in the morning? Like, um, you know that Grannon was set to head out this morning to go try to track down the rest of the drug dealers' friends and what have you.
Yes. A whole 24 hours later, it's going to be harder than we expected. Hmm. Well, whenever Grannon said he'd be up, we were up by. Or at least I'm up by. We'll let
Right.
Kib sleep as long as possible. I turn off his alarm.
Huh. Did you? So, do you guys just meet him at his farm, or do you guys have some other
Weren't
place
we
you
staying at his
guys meet?
farm? He said
Oh,
he had arrangements, remember?
yeah. He could definitely. Yeah, you guys. He's got like a guest house you guys could stay in.
Right, that was one of those things that, like he said when we first got there.
Well, he said
Right,
the
Karad?
yeah he said that the council had set you up stuff in town, but he also said if you wanted
Oh,
to stay at
in
his, but
town. Okay.
if you guys wanted to stay out at his place just for convenience sake, he's probably got a guest house. You know, it's not big or fancy or anything. It's um, but it's like a old prefab shelter that's been
Nice.
built on a little bit.
Right, got some natural stone going on, some nice woods. Yeah. Has that earthy smell when you wake up.
So yeah.
Mm, I like it. All right. I will ring Karad.
All right.
Oh, wait. Karad's right there. Hey, wake up.
Is it time?
Unfortunately, but I can already smell the food downstairs. Or the food wafting from across the way, whatever.
Okay. Give me like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Is Gib up yet?
No, I turned off his alarm.
Oh, I love you.
It's okay. Kid probably has like 7 alarms, and I only turned off the first one. But anyway, so I give him 2 minutes. I'm like, hey, if I have to do it again, I'm going to use the sonic gun. Boosh, boosh. No, I don't do that. That'll mess up what's his name's house. So
What? Who? Where? What? Yeah.
no, not you. You're still asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll get up in like 15 minutes. All right. Anyway, so I head out. I knock on the main house door softly.
Yeah, I think Grannon's brother opens the door and like answers the door and is like kind of he pretty much just wordlessly sort of like gestures you towards like the sort of living room area where you can hear like movement in there. Like when you get in there, Grannon is probably like
Good morning.
he's probably finishing like putting his armor on, like and he's and there's like a little symbol on the front of his armor that's like it's got like a flag, a flag coming out of the ground with a man, like the silhouette of a man standing in front of it with gun in one hand and like an old school farming implement in the other. But other than that, it. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of like design work to it. In fact, most of it looks like it's meant to be sort of like not necessarily uh, obviously camouflaged or whatever, but more sort of like capable of if need be. Like functionally, it's like a sort of a grays and dark brown, gray, dark grays and dark blues and stuff. With a little bit of that could easily be used as a tactical gear if but it's freebooter style armor. It's just sort of like looks like it's
Okay.
from somewhere specific.
Yeah. And my culture check of 17 wasn't nearly good enough to know that specific, so I'm fine with that.
So, yeah. But he's strapping on the last piece of like leg armor, and he kind of looks up and he's like, "Eh." He's like, and he kind of nods. He's like, you don't have to do this, but I will be glad for the help in the company. And he kind of stands up, and you see his disintegrator SMG on one hip and a survival knife on the other. He's got a couple of extra batteries strapped to his sort of tactical gear.
I would like to clearly observe his armor and do an engineering check to see if it's up to par or if he still needs to get some stuff done. Hey, I can do that.
What you can tell about his with that engineering check is he's got it put on right, every
Well,
piece
no,
of it,
yeah,
and the armor itself looks like it's been it looks like it has seen use in the past, but you get the impression that it has been well maintained and not
that
in
was
use
the
for
part.
a while.
So
It's
he's still taking care of it. He's just not using it. He's like,
uh,
oh, it's Thursday. I need to oil the armor. That's awesome.
yeah,
All
he
right.
does. Yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't look like it's something that he regularly. It's got the look of something that's been, maintained but not used for a while.
Yeah.
Actively used for a while. Like all of the scratches and dents that you could see in it look like they're old.
I,
And
I
they're
make
sanded over. They're sort of sanded over and repaired to a large extent.
nice. I need coffee and food or hand gestures at him so that I'm not talking loud. And then I whisper, Korad will be down or over in a minute. He wanted 2 more minutes of sleep.
And he's like he kind of shrugs. He's like, "Oh, he goes. He's like, you're okay. You don't have to whisper. It's just me and it's just me and my brother here.
Where did your wife and children go?
They're they're off in town shopping.
Oh, wow.
They're up
They go
early.
shopping early. Gotcha.
Well, she likes to get out. She likes to get out and get things done early in the day, so she has the afternoon free.
I see. I see. So, is there food? Can I make food?
He says, he
Do,
says there should be some stuff for sandwiches in the fridge. He goes, there's already coffee made.
oh, good. At this point, I send Korod a text and also one to Kip. And Korod's is like, you said you'd be here already. There's coffee. And Kip says, why aren't you up yet? We've been up for 45 minutes.
Really?
Really? Yeah, there's coffee.
Well, I'm glad about the coffee.
Okay. No, we've been up for 45 minutes was just for Kip. I knew you were up. I woke you.
So I kind of haphazardly look at the phone, kind of half sleepily read it, and then read the 45 minutes, and then get up in a panic and get all my stuff together, run downstairs, and be like, "Did they leave?"
No, remember, we're in the guest house. You have to run across the yard and knock on the other door.
Yeah.
I'll run across the yard and like, "Hey, did you guys leave already?
Yeah.
Hello?"
I think this time it's Grannon that opens the door. He's like, yeah, we're getting ready to leave.
Hmm.
Here,
Oh my God.
whenever
You
you
know,
guys are.
Glad
I
you all
wish we'd
waited.
had.
Up.
I wish we'd had time to make some hover cycles before we left. Wait, are we taking our ship, or are we actually going to venture on foot?
And best to venture on foot. Can't track them on the ship from your ship. I'm gonna
Hang
need
on.
to see the. I'm gonna need to see the ground and the passage. I learned a bit of woodscraft in the Colonial Wayfinders.
Oh, I bet you did. All right, let me see. Skills, equipment. It's so hard to find cars.
I'm not late, am I?
You're
Where'd you
not late.
go?
You just woke up late. We haven't left yet.
Okay.
Hang
He's
on,
like,
I'm thinking about making a cycle before we go. Depends on how
he's
much
like,
they are. How many of us are going? Just the three of us and you?
pretty much.
Hmm. Do you have a vehicle of sorts already?
Yeah, but I wasn't planning on using it. You miss too many details if you're on a vehicle. You're up too high,
Well,
and there's too many small things that you're going by too fast to look at. Can't
all
track
right.
properly.
You saved me 2,100 credits. I will accept it, and we will go on foot.
And he's like,
Mhm.
he's like, besides that, he's like, besides I'm not sure how passable much of the terrain is. I'm assuming at least some of it is passable. The guy we saw leave, the isekai, left on a inner cycle, but
Yeah, that
he
means
knows the
that.
way.
Mm, all right.
But he,
So at this point, we've been here long enough for me to see some local flora and fauna, correct?
a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to spend the first hour reprogramming Ha's glamour projector so that he looks like a local bird.
Okay,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can do that while walking. He's a little guy.
okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
If I can
that's
make the engineering check? Well, that was an 18. Is that good enough?
we'll find out.
How about if I. Okay. And
Um,
then, yeah, as we go along, I'm going to adapt mine so it's more camouflage to this terrain.
all right.
All right.
So, um, I think whenever you guys finish eating and you're ready, like Grannon is pretty. He's already like he was up early
Yeah.
getting his shit together, so he's eating and everything. He's got a couple of packs on the like laying out, and he was like, well, one of you guys might want to take a couple of you guys might want to take one of those. There's a few extra rations in there. I don't imagine we're going to be gone that long. I'm guessing that wherever they're at, they're probably not more than a couple of days travel from here. The
Right.
but
Do
but
you know where? Go ahead.
but just in case we're out for a little bit, I figured it'd be wise to have something to some trail rations, a little bit of water, what have you, just in
Mm.
case.
Do you know where most of your hermits and stuff live out in this area as well?
No, no.
Okay.
Like I
And we
say,
should
most people.
consider most of them hostile?
We should be cautious of what territory we're into. As far as we know, most of them will keep an eye on you if you're in their area to make sure you're not messing up whatever. Like I say, most people like to keep to themselves around here. So there are some that might be hostile, but a great many of them will basically watch you to make sure that you leave their area more than anything
Okay.
else. But they don't. Says, in other words, you see something that looks like it might belong to somebody, don't fuck with it. Somebody will probably shoot you. And he goes, but he's like,
Karad,
"Oh,
Yes.
do you have stealth? Or not stealth, do you have survival?
Yes, I do.
And Kib, do you have survival?
No. I don't have any
Oh,
rings in it.
okay. So that's yeah, you were correct. I was just checking. What's the other thing? So survival and perception will be our most important things right now. Okay. Then, if you guys are ready, so am I. Kib, take up the rear. I'll be in the middle, and Karad, you stay next to your friend here, and I'll shut up for a while.
All right.
Gotta
All
get
right.
on my coffee drink.
I'll go grab one of those packs and put it on. And be like, all right, let's go. This will be fun, right?
Yeah. If Karad doesn't want to pack, I pick up the other one.
Oh no, he'll pick up and pack. Don't worry.
All right. Yeah. So I think there's like maybe a couple of stern glances between Gran and his brother as they before he leaves and what have you, and like Grannon kind of like leads you towards the part of the town where you saw him the towards the edge of the town where like reports last saw the isekai on Intercycle leaving from, and he's like, "This is where our trail starts." He's like, and he kind of and I think he's going to start taking a look around. So he's got to make a survival check. If any of you, the rest of you, want to who have survival, want to make survival checks to see if you can figure anything out too. All right. I think. Kurad. Yeah, I think like you're looking around and I think maybe Grannon is probably like he's seen the obvious trail that the intercycle, of the, sort of intercycles like burn out from like its engines and whatnot, where it kind of where like there was obviously some sort of like malfunction or whatever, like but there's like a you also see like whereas there's only a small amount of like chemical trace or whatever from the engines and whatever, you actually see a bit of like you get a good feel for the direction it's going. Like maybe the trail starts for a little bit, stops, and then and then picks up a little bit later, but it jumps a little bit. It seems to indicate that it was going to go straight, but you actually realize that that this person decided that the Isekai decided to take an erratic route and kind of veered off to the side, and kind of started going to a little farther to the south than what it initially seemed like. So I think between you and Grannon, you're able to pick up the trail and get on down the road for the first half of the day. Um, the so let's get a we'll get to that's probably like day one. So day two, we'll get survival checks here. Damn. You are muted, sir.
It's okay, I forgot.
Yeah. Well, Kurad, like Philip, you kind of had an idea of what they were looking at and talking about on the first day, but today you completely you're absolutely dead certain that this guy um, circled back. Kurad, you and Grannon noticed that that there are some very obvious clues that were left to suggest that he turned back, that was intentional as somebody trying to throw you off the trail, and that he actually he actually turned more east instead of circling back.
Okay.
Uh,
He's going that way.
yeah, I think Grannon kind of
All
nods.
right, if you're
Head.
convinced that he's going that way, but I swear that he went this way. We'll see
Yeah.
who's right tomorrow, won't we?
Yes, we will.
And he's
Okay.
like, yeah, I think Grannon's like, and he kind of looks at you. He's like, you're not bad at this. He goes, you. He said, he's like, where'd you train in survival?
Oh, back on my home planet.
Hmm. Any particular? Was it military in nature, civilian? Was it a required course? You know, was it something you picked up as a hobby? How'd you come about it?
More something I picked up out of necessity.
And he kind of nods. He's like me. I grew. My parents were colonists, and they loved to dare the frontiers and set up new civilizations in places where they didn't already exist. And he said, well, he said that's how I got into the business. He says, see, they got me signed up for Steadfast Charters Wayfinder Corps. It's where I learned my survival. That's where they taught me survival, how to defend myself. And we're Wayfinders, the ones you send in first to break ground and clear a space out for the hostiles. He was like,
Dancing through the woods as you tell your story. We're having fun.
he looks over.
Smack!
Yeah, he just looks over at Kib and he looks back at you and he's like, he's not all right, is he?
He's
Have you
the
ever met a
man.
Isekai that was?
And he kind of shrugs. He's like, maybe not quite this out there. He goes,
I've
and he,
heard stories.
yeah, he's like, uh, but yeah, he pretty much, it's like I didn't start off on this planet. Steadfast Charters had a charter that came out this way. I was part of a first wave colony. Didn't make it. I was off on patrol when the local fauna decided to take their receipts out on the rest of the group. Got stuck here. Himwell, they found, some of the folks from Himwell found me. I was half dead from starvation. He's like, and he goes, but yeah, maybe kind of leaves it at that. Kind of leaves it at that. For the night or whatever. And let's
Yeah.
get a couple, unless you want to expand upon the conversation, like if you want to try to find out more.
No, I understand a man's privacy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of falls a little silent after talking about his the failed expedition he was part of. Yeah. It's like but yeah, we'll get
At the end of that day, I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. It was right to go this way, guys.
Grannon kind of would probably just sort of nod in acknowledgement. He's kind of lost in thought right now. But next day, let's get a couple survival checks. All right. Well, Kib, Philip, okay. So, Kib, you think that they took a route through some marshes to a route through some
I
marshes
thought Kim
back.
didn't have any ranks in it.
He doesn't. He
Okay.
just tried it.
Yeah,
He just
but you
tried an
don't.
unskilled roll.
It's one of those untrained skills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did.
Oh, I looked 2 sevens in a row. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah, and Philip, whereas Kib thinks they went through some marshes to the west, you think that they went through they crossed a river over to the east.
No.
Fred, you're absolutely certain that they kept on tack going straight.
Okay. Since we're
Oh, we
near a
can go
river,
in swamps.
And Grannon seems to agree with you. He's like,
Hmm.
yeah, seems likely. But yeah,
since we're near this river, should we fish for a while and see if we can catch lunch?
he's he shrugs. He's like, I don't imagine that they're going anywhere necessarily,
I'm.
and I don't imagine he goes unless they got informants in town that sent word that we were coming. We should have time if you're trying to do some fishing.
Well, it's just one of those things. I know that we've been here for 4 days now, and you packed some rations, but I didn't figure that 7 days rations would really stretch into 7 days. Kid gets some munchies.
Oh yeah, yesterday I ate 2 days worth. I was hungry. Oh, was I supposed to say that out
How,
loud?
how much is in your cheek pouches still?
I think I ate.
No, I don't want to know.
So if anybody is going to go fishing, that's a survival check.
Okay, I bet I fish great, even though I can't find a trail to save my soul. But I had to restart. Come on, I want to go fishing. Did I get eaten?
No, you fall in the water. Kurad, you managed to catch some fish for dinner. Philip, you fall in the water and require somebody to pull you out. Grannon has to pull you out. And Kib, you just don't catch anything. you just you
Ah,
you don't fall in the water or do anything spectacular. You just don't have any luck.
How does this fishing work? You just dip the
you
pole
jump
in.
in.
You dip the stick in. Eh, no, they keep swimming away.
Yep. Yeah, Grannon manages to pull you out of the water, Philip, before you
I would
get
hope so. I mean, I may
before
be
you
8 foot tall, but I'm not that.
That's
well,
why
it's
we
a
didn't get
river.
any
It's
fish.
got a
Oh,
current.
well, yeah, I can swim.
Yeah. Well,
Do you have a swim speed?
Ah,
Grannon
Granted.
Grannon has no luck fishing either. In fact, I think he probably scares off the rest of the fish. He's like it, and it's one of those deals where maybe he went to sit he cast his line out and went to sit down, but the rock he sat on like slid and fucking slid, and
Sure,
he
look.
while he managed to like keep himself off from falling into the river, it knocked a whole bunch of other rocks loose that fell directly into the river, making big splashes. Fell off the embankment.
Well, if I knew we were trying to catch fish with rocks, I would have just thrown them in the water.
Yeah, I think Grannon just shrugs his shoulders and just throws his hands up, puts his fishing pole back up, and goes, "Oh well, not gonna catch any that way. Let's hope we find them tomorrow."
Let's hope. Let's hope.
There's a swamp. Wait, which way are we going? I thought they went through the swampy thingy.
No,
He's like,
they went that way.
"Yeah."
Okay. Oh,
Grannon's like, "Yeah, they went. They kept tacking directly south at this point." He's like,
fine.
It
Well,
does.
first couple of days were you guys were in the right direction, I think. Might as
Yes.
well. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So next day, survival checks.
All right. At this point, I almost don't want a survival
Oh,
check.
Oof.
there you go. I'm like,
All right,
Hmm.
so something's wrong because that's my third 7.
I
The
think
algorithm hates you.
you waste a day today. Like you managed to go around in circles and waste a day looking for signs.
All right. In that
Um,
case, survival check for fishing. Nope. But I didn't fall in this time.
Brandon just can't fish to save his life.
Yay, Karad, you got enough fish for everyone.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not.
That looks like enough to catch a fish.
Yeah.
Yay.
So,
I think
all right,
somehow Kid catches a fish.
right? He
Did you
did.
catch it with your tail? Because that would be hilarious.
No, but it's like a little, like 2-inch long fish. It's like a little itty bitty one. I
I
got
see.
one.
All right.
Throw
I've
it
been
back
sitting
in.
here.
See if you can catch something bigger.
All right.
Meanwhile, I got like a 6-foot walleye.
Nice.
All right. So let's see if you can find your way this time for this day.
Oh
Damn.
God!
Yeah.
I can't find anything, but I'll try. Nope, I won't.
Granted,
I'll take the 21.
Wasn't a 7.
as soon as as soon as Grant, like you and Grannon probably notice it right about the same time, which direction you need to keep going, or need to go, well, which way you need to go. This time, you do need to tack back east a little bit, but Philip, you think that
No.
you
All
think
right.
they went the exact opposite direction.
So this is how it is. I walk around and I look around and I go. I stick out my finger slyly at Karad and point in the direction I think they went.
He just shakes his head no.
And I put my hand in my backpack and pull something out and start nibbling on it. I'm like, I don't know.
But Grin and you and Kurad have figured out. Kib, you got no idea. Like you're not completely misled. You just don't know. You actually know you don't know. Unlike Philip, who thought he knew or thought she knew, you
But
know.
I had self doubt.
Yeah, but had self doubt. You just flat out are like, you got me. But
All these trees look the same to me. So
but
where do we go?
do 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 do.
Oh.
Yeah. So place yourself in the patch of green and trees and stuff where you see Grannon already at. Nope, Grannon is not purple and you are muted.
All right. So Grannon is this buff fellow here.
Grannon is this guy, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll be here.
All right.
He would be here.
So what I need from Grannon and Kurad, you are pretty sure that it's in this area somewhere. Like all the signs point to it's got to be around in this area.
Brian, you're this guy, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. For a second, I thought that was the bad guy. That was why I was like, I'm gonna back up.
No, that's me. I'm the purple guy.
There. That's proper placement then.
And I need to do a couple things here. So, how are you guys going to go about this?
I guess we look for a trail.
Well, there like You know it's got to be around here somewhere, but there's not like a specific trail.
Well, the cycle has to displace the foliage in some way, so we look for
Right.
that.
So perception checks.
Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, Philip.
So,
Yay!
Kib, Philip, you can hear voices coming from not far away, and they're coming from they're coming from a direction that's sort of to the right side of the map, maybe a little bit down as far as from where we're from where we're looking anyway, as humans.
Karat, when you leveled, did you take another point in culture? And if so, have you picked your language yet? Because if so, or if not, you should take sign language, and I will too, so we can talk right now.
Did I up my culture? No, I did not up my culture.
Okay, then it's not important. Kib, do you want to do this one? Remember, if you hear voices, you should probably be quiet.
And Philip, since you rolled a natural 20, you can actually make out something. You can
Oh.
hear you can actually make out somebody saying in basic common like, "Hey, did you hear something coming from over there? No, off in the woods." Yeah, I did. He goes, "You think it might be another one of the? You think might be another one of those whatchamacallits with the teeth and the claws?" Nah, he goes, "Maybe." He goes, "Think we should check it out?" You know, and that's kind of the conversation you hear so far.
So I make gestures at all of them, hoping they understand that people are coming and we need to hide. We need to hide. Let's see. Since
I'll
it's
run
sleight of
down here and hide.
hand.
So give me some stealth checks.
Okay.
Those of you who are trying to hide.
Do we have enough time? I know we don't. Hey, that's better than I thought it would be. All right.
Oh, this is going to be funny.
Oh. I forgot someone. Hang on.
Alright. So I need.
Remember, that's a +10 to Ha because he's disguised as a local bird.
Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
So
standing out like a sore thumb.
yeah, well, so is Grannon. So, and really,
Good job, kid.
at least one of them beat all the DCs. So, let me do some.
Hey, wait, that's a drone, buddy.
Let's see. Yeah, so what you see now is you see the edge of a building, like the front entrance. In fact, you see where you now see like the garage door where like what looks like a garage door. The structure looks like it's a prefab that's been built over, which is kind of like a thing you've seen here. So let's go to
Did I do it too soon?
Yeah, it looks
yeah,
like it.
probably.
Boo. Okay. That's above a 2. I'm okay with that. Nope, I'm there. We're fine.
Okay.
Go, Karad.
Okay, there we go. It just took a minute. And I
Ooh.
need.
I'm gonna send. Um.
Uh,
No, I can't do that. Can I?
oh. Oh. I didn't mean to hit enter. Okay. So. Damn.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, they are quick with it. Why can't I go like this when I'm a player?
Player. It's not supposed to be that way. Remember?
All right. So let's
That's why
set this
sometimes you have to summon your
ascending.
dungeon master to throw those mad dice. You come through in a pinch often, sir.
Oh, damn. All right. So, as it stands, what happens is, let's see. He's which one is which here? Oh, come on. Why are we? Oh, I'm not on the right thing. That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the very first one to act is this one, and he like um he can't act yet. So 2 is okay. So he's not going to act because he's. So this guy yells, "Hey, boys, we got company!" All right. And he is going to take up a position using the tree here, and he is. Let's see, what is. He's going to shoot. Actually, you know what? He's probably. What kind of weapon does he have? Oh, I know. He's got the same as the other. Right? Yeah. So what he's going to do is he'll actually move up to where he's. He'll move up to here. Use the tree cover, and he's going to use the tree for cover, and he'll shoot at. Who's that? Is that Philip right there?
Yeah.
I'm in green.
Nope. All right. So.
Well, that changed.
This guy?
And he's got. Yeah, they rolled pretty high on their perceptions, or at least one of them did.
Oh, perceptions. I thought those initiatives. So
No, well, their perception checks were pretty high too. The ones that were only +5 that I was rolling earlier were perception checks. These are the initiatives. And I'm assuming 24 hits your KAC.
my KAC?
Yes.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay.
If they were doing combat maneuvers.
If they were doing combat maneuvers. All right. 3 points of damage. He shoots you
Ow.
with his semi-auto pistol. But since he yelled out that there was, an issue, the two others that could have are now actually, well, they're aware. They'll come out. They can't move or come out this round. Let's see, because they weren't aware of this round. Kurad.
Also, this poor guy behind the tree.
All
Why
right.
do they have to get in range of a mystic?
What you are, they just know you're on their territory. All right, what's the save DC here?
That will be 15.
All right. Ooh, almost. That's 11 points.
Yep.
All right. All right. He's like, they got that. They got some kind of fucking casket. And Kib, you're up.
I'm gonna from here. I'm gonna shoot that dude in the tree with energy ray. I don't know what element. Let's do acid because that sounds like fun.
All right. So that is barely enough. You barely catch him through the cover. It's 2 points of damage. Is that right?
Yeah. 1d3 of the chosen energy type. What type was it, Scott?
Acid.
So
Yeah.
all right. And this guy, he's going to he's the next one up, so he's going to move. Well, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just shoot. It's only a -2.
Hey, Grannon's not on
Yeah.
the initiative.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not.
Well, son of a
Technically,
bitch.
neither is Ha, but I just was going to tell you that Ha goes first because I'm giving him my move action. Or at least one of them.
Oh, I know why. I'll change that. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, we'll change it. Make it what it was the first time through.
It can't be a 19 and an 18. He can't just go twice around.
No, he
No.
cannot.
Okay. I thought his order was cooler than that.
All right. But it will put him in front of the booter. So the booter, I'm not going to move yet. Grannon. Come on. Grannon will move up to here. And he's going to fire his disintegration SMG at the bastard.
The one in the tree?
Yeah, the one that's trying to use the tree for cover.
Okay. The one that just took acid damage. I got it.
So that's enough to hit. 3 is not super impressive damage.
Could be worse.
But, it's alright. Yeah, he shoots him. All right, now this other guy moves up. And he'll move up to here. And what's his? He'll shoot. Actually, he'll move in. One. He'll shoot at Grannon.
Granted, you can't. We can't put you in the corpse recycler. Therefore, it's not allowed.
That was terrible. That was awful. In fact, Grannon looks at him and goes, and he's like, amateur.
Hmm.
All right. Where are we at here? Let's get back into order. So the booter went, Philip, it's on you.
Okay, so Ha is going to go first. He's going here and give my actions. Can try to hit a decent sticky bomb, and he did not. But you're going to have to figure out actually falls because I was trying to hit.
Let's see.
He is 15 foot above this guy.
See. It goes 1d6, or it goes 6 bases. Or no, that's supposed to be what? Sorry, 1d4. So 1 hex off from where it went is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, oh, come on. All right. So that's 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the radius on the sticky bomb?
10 foot.
All right. And what's the
That
save
was.
DC on it?
Oh. Went the wrong way, man.
It should be 10 plus half the item level plus the ability score mod used to utilize the weapon.
Oh, well, in that case, it is a level 1. And has a strength of 12. So that's a total of 2. So 12.
Okay. What is...
Boo! Okay.
Yeah, he's fine. It ended up landing right here. It ended up landing right here, but
Okay.
the tree
The tree
apparently
took most of it.
took most of it, and he was able to dodge out of the way of the rest of it. And he looks at me, he's like, "Motherfucker!"
Ha goes, ka, 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 ka.
Yeah.
All right. So I still have a move action because I can use my standard action as a move action. So I will move here and do nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Back to the top of the round.
Stupid booters.
This guy comes out. He's got... And he will shoot He's gonna shoot at you probably.
Which you is that?
Actually, he's let me look here. See what kind of shots he has. I don't want to just have Grannon soak all of the attacks.
No, and if that starts happening, then I'll have to do different things.
Actually, here we go. Let me see. That's how far is it? That's yeah. He'd take a -2 penalty. He's gonna shoot at Kib.
Kib, this may hurt.
Kib, he shot you.
Yeah, probably in the arm.
25, I'd say chest.
He does 4 points of damage. Yeah, it catches you in the chest.
Yeah, true. Ow! What did I do to you? All right, call back in reinforcements.
This guy, he can go. So he's gonna get. All he can do is get out to right here and see that there's trouble going on. So what we'll do. I need to snap to center. I mean, it's not going to matter who he's shooting at from that here. Mostly. So that would be, yeah, he could still shoot. Yeah, he's going to try to shoot at Kurad.
Okay.
Does 14 hit your KAC?
Let me double check that. No, it
Do what?
doesn't.
It doesn't? Okay.
It does not.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so he misses. The bullet whizzes by. You realize he basically ran out the door because they heard, some shit was going down. One of them came out, looked around, saw Kib, shot him. The other one came out, looked around, saw Kurad, and shot him, or shot at him, I should. So that's those two. And then 3 is this guy right here. So he's been shot at by both Kib and he's been attacked by multiple people at this point. So he's going to shoot probably. He'll shoot at Kib because Kib was the last one to shoot him. So that's where his focus is at. And he's like, shoot the. No, he's going to shoot. Yeah, he's going to shoot at Kib. He figures he'll shoot the bird later, if that is indeed what it is, as far as he's concerned. And you are within range, takes no penalties. So, actually, you're using the tree for cover, aren't you?
Yeah,
Kib?
kind of, yeah. I
Okay.
kind of hid behind it, but then stepped out to
So you
get
get a
the hell
base.
off the hand.
So you get for partial cover, you get a +2 to your AC here. Uh, 9. So that's him. Kurad.
Okay, so this guy again.
We send it in the reinforcements, right?
And he's in range. Yes.
All right, and it's a will save. 3. All right. Oh, that's a fail. So let's see. What does frightened do? Let's
And
see.
it's for
Status
3 rounds frightened. He's also shaken for a round.
frightened and shaken. You'd think I would memorize the status effect page like I do the experience point page. But for whatever reason, I just forget to do so. Let's see.
Conditions are on 273 to 277.
273? I was close. I was close. Frightened. Must flee or fight, take -2 penalty to a text, etc. whatnot. And it's this guy, so he's gonna run. He'll double move, to be honest. Let me see what his
Don't want to wait too far. I want to play.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun.
Put him like there.
He's running over here, and he's gonna he's trying to get in through the garage door, or that's what his plan is anyway. And he's number 3, so all right. Kib.
So Kib's like, all right, rest of y'all better stand down. I'm calling in reinforcements. And then 40 feet behind us, I'm going to cast Ghost Sound.
Okay.
I like it.
And it's going to be a bunch of people marching. It's the sound of like 20 people marching this way.
All right. What's the save DC on that? The save DC?
15, I think.
15?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it has a
It should
save.
be on your sheet.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's a will save.
Haha.
And the save DC, I just need to know the save DC is all. Whatever it is, one of them definitely beat it, and the other 2 did not. And the other two are like, they got an army, man. They're bringing in all kinds of reinforcements. We need to fall back to the inside to the into the lab and defend the position from there. And the other one is like the frightened one is already doing his thing, but the one of them is like, you people are idiots. There's nothing going on over there. It's just 4 guys.
No, run! It's 24. Run! He tries.
But Grannon, this is his turn. He will, unless you have a move action you want to take.
No, I'm staying in the back. They can come to me.
All right. Well, Grannon's like, we can't let them all fall back into the building. Too defensible position. We'll never get in. He's going to move up some. I need to just figure out where. He's going to move up over here. And he's going to fire at the guy that was at. He's see. And he misses. So it doesn't matter what he was firing at. Number 4, which is this guy. He is going to continue shooting. Actually,
See, which one failed the deception thing?
no,
The
he
illusion.
failed. But here's the thing: he failed, but he can't get back into the building because there's people in front of both entrances for him to get back in. He's waiting for somebody to. I think he's decided he's going to try to provide cover fire for everybody else to get back. So to get in there. So he'll probably, yeah, he's going to shoot at Grannon because Grannon is close.
Oh, hide behind your vehicle.
Ah. That's going to be enough. He shoots Grannon. And kind of like leaves a, kind of hits his armor, and, makes him, drives him back a step, half a step. He's like, damn it. I have to, he says, no, I'm going to have to polish that out. Philip, you're up.
Yeah. Hang on, I have to check something. I didn't think about it until just now. But I think I know what we're doing. Okay. Ha goes first. Let me make sure again. We send Ha here.
All right.
Okay. Is it locked?
The vehicle?
Yes.
No, but it doesn't work.
Okay, well, this is still what Ha's doing, so he'll do an engineering check to notice that it doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and then
Broke down.
so that's one of my move actions. So instead, I will move her to the tree just barely. Okay, yeah, and that's my actions.
Okay. All right. Well,
I was going to use how to run them over, guys. It was going to be epic.
this guy, right here, he's like, his buddy that's over here by the tree is like, what are you waiting for? Retreat, get out of here. And he's like, you're an idiot. And he's gonna fire at Grannon again.
Okay. Just to also, do we see more of whatever this is over here that we see the edge of?
No, you just see wall there.
Okay, so where this guy is, that's a doorway, though?
That is a doorway.
Okay.
Let's see. Why did I say 6? It's a full 8 because he's right there. He's gonna shoot at Grannon again. And he's gonna miss. 2 is this guy. He thinks that there is somebody coming, so he goes back into the building. Actually, he takes a shot before he goes back into the building. In fact, he's gonna shoot at Philip.
All right. I am still trying to use the tree for cover as much as possible.
Do you get a +2 bonus to your armor class for it?
Okay.
And he misses you, obviously. So
Okay.
he goes inside. The door is still open, but you can tell he pretty much has taken position on the other side of the door. So he's still going to be firing out from time to time. This guy. Who are you? You're you. You're you. So this guy, he has managed to get into the garage and close the door behind him. So that's all he does. Karad.
Why do they have to be so far away?
Because we have the army coming.
You just keep thinking that, kid. So we're going to target. Oops, let's get on the right one. This guy here.
All right.
Going to do that.
Force disc, ranged attack, 17, that hits.
Mm-hmm.
14 on this guy, says, all right.
And it ricochets to this guy.
And does it do less damage against that guy?
2d6.
All right.
And I have to make a range attack roll as well on him.
Okay, so make the attack roll and the.
Da, 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 da.
That's enough to hit. Roll the damage. All right. Yeah. It's like, oh, like, but they're still up.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Every little bit counts.
Kib.
Where was I going?
I don't know where you were going.
Okay, I'm on the wrong tool. Hold on. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna target this dude. I'm
All
gonna
right.
cast daze at him.
All right. And what's the save DC?
14.
He passed.
Dang.
You rolled a 15. All right. That takes it to Grannon. Grannon is going to attempt. First, he takes a move action to reload. No, he's got one more before he's got to reload. So he's gonna miss with his shot. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. Kind of. Yeah. But that's kind of. But he's going to move forward, and part of his move action, he's going to draw his survival knife. But that's all he can do for right now. However, the guy he's coming up on actually can do something. First, I need to do a couple things here. Let's see. There, position. There's that. All right. But let's see. What was. This is the first time they've used a melee attack. And they have a different. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he draws out a long sword and attempts to stab Grannon with it, but to no avail. Philip, it's on you now.
Well. Ha is going to aim at the one next to Grannon.
Oh, wait. No, I had the wrong one.
What's wrong?
I was clicked on the wrong guy, so no, this is actually the one that should have been the one that was, so it's a completely different attack roll. It should have been this guy, not the one attacking Grannon.
Okay, well, I'm attacking this one.
All right, well,
Ha's attacking that one.
Well, since this one is attacking somebody completely different, he's attacking you and with actual firearms, so I need to make his attack roll.
Well, yeah, that one's going to definitely hit.
Yeah.
The first one might not have.
Well, the first one was if he was using his longsword, which he's not as good with.
Okay. Ow.
Let's see. Whoops. Am I
Damage?
4 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Ha shoots this one.
All right. 15, that's enough to hit. And it's enough to bring him down. So he goes down.
Then we'll give Ha a move action. Going to move 20 feet to here. And then use the other 10 feet to go up another 10 feet. So that will put him at 25 feet above this door.
All right.
All right, so that was his action, one of my move actions, and then, what's up, big guy? Do that again.
All right. So this guy, he's going to move over to this side of the doorway. And he's going to, using the doorway for cover, he's going to shoot. Actually, you know what? Maybe he'll stay where he's at. How far? What is the range here? Let me see something here. He effectively wouldn't have. Yeah, he would. So it'd be. He'd have to step out for it to be less than. So instead, he will. Yeah, I think he will move over to here so he can shoot. I think he's going to shoot it. And it would make sense.
Dibs.
Let's see. It would make sense for him to shoot at. Yeah, he's gonna shoot at you, but he's firing into a melee effectively. And that's probably a miss.
Yes.
And this guy right here, I think he's probably going to. It's been a couple of rounds since he was frightened, so he's actually kind of
He's hiding behind the garbage bins.
So he's in here. Oh, he's gonna. Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably right there. Okay. Never mind. Alrighty. Let's see. So he's not doing much of anything. Kurad, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to move to. Let's get off the tool. I'm going to move to there. And then I'm going to target this guy.
All right.
DC 15.
All right. So he takes 13. That brings him down. All right. And that's number 4. So he's off of the order. Kib. The only ones left are the ones that are actually in the building. And at this point, what are you up to?
I'm gonna walk up to there, I guess. Go to 60. How far is 60? I can go to the door.
So you're going to go to the garage door then?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Grannon is like, he's like, how far is it?
Remember, that thing's 10
He's-
feet in the air.
I know. Grannon is going to, he's like, he just looks at you, he's like, I'm going in. And he goes in. But because that's a double move, that's all he can do. Philip.
Good, good. I'm glad he can't do more than that. Where'd he go?
He went into the building.
Damn him.
He ran into the building before they could, like, you saw what he was thinking. Like, you could tell that he was like, nope, they'll shut there. But we killed both their buddies on the outside, or we took down both their buddies on the outside. The logical thing for them to do is to shut and lock the door. Like, you could see the thought process of, I got to get in there before they shut and lock the door.
There you go. That's all I can do till you tell me more.
All right. Hold on, because you're actually in now, so you can actually see what's in the building. Come on.
I ring through Karad on my comms as I go through the door.
So yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Excellent.
And
a kick-ass motorcycle that even Robin would love.
however, you get in, you get past the doorway, and as you are ringing him in, you realize you have walked right in front of this guy.
Yeah.
So he is.
But just because I know I'm going to take this attack, doesn't Grannon take one first?
Yes. Good point. You both get attacked. So the one on Grannon.
Okay, now I get hit with a critical. I'm fine with that. Oh, okay.
You're both missed. However, it is his initiative, so he does get another attack.
Okay, this one's a natural 20.
Nope, he misses you again. He's got his longsword this point, and like he's got his pistol in his other hand, but he pulled out his longsword to attack you guys as you came in. This guy over here, he is going to jump on the inner cycle, and him and the inner cycle are going to, like, he hits a button and come out, and the door to the garage door opens, and he comes flying out. I need Kib. You may just be getting run over here.
But if you do well enough, you may land on the front and be able to rip his engine out while he's trying to drive away. Good luck.
Let's see. I need. Where is that at? It's been a long time since I've had anybody actually almost get run over, so, or anybody try to run anyone over.
Yeah, there's some rules for that shit.
Move your speed actions at combat basics, tactical rules. Would it be position, penalties, is it farther back, line of sight, conditions? There it is. Crashing, firing from vehicle, drive-by attacks, autopilot, escaping on a vehicle, roles of positions, basic, correct. Oh, well, I guess it's just basically an attack action. So, I mean, let me see. Hold on. Engage another vehicle. Chart, progress, chase environments. Even getting caught. I know there was trying to run somebody this over before. Combat, ending chase, advanced vehicles. Also positions being ahead, pilot actions, break free, engage another vehicle, and trip, double move. Vehicles, swift actions, crashing, uncontrolled vehicles, autopilot, vehicles penalty modifier, difficulty higher modifier, fire strip. Might let them move across the gym. Cruisers could pile a vehicle.
Run over.
Where's it at?
It's not telling me I'm on Star Jammer because that's where it took me to first.
I see.
See if I can find it on Nephis.
Race, drive, move, start a vehicle, stop short, take control. Run over, there it is.
Oh, good.
Full action, pilot a vehicle up to double or drive speed. Run over any creatures at least 2 size categories smaller than the vehicle during this movement. Now, he can't run you over because the vehicle is not big enough, but he can attempt to shoot at you from it while he is driving by. He will take a penalty for this, but that's what he's going to do. He's firing at you.
Can I touch the vehicle as it drives by?
Can you touch it?
Yes, and cast a spell on it.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Oh yeah. First. Let me look at because that would be if you had a reaction, and if you have a spell that you could use that actually has a casting time of reaction, maybe. But unless it's a reaction, because this is happening on his turn. So where am I at here? I need to know what the penalty from firing from the inner cycle is. I'm just going to say it's probably a -2, right? -2, -4 magic. Yeah, I'm just going to ad hoc it as a -2. Because I'm tired of looking in the book at this point.
Okay.
Does 18 hit your KAC?
Yes.
All right. Then, as he drives by, he shoots you as he takes off for 4 points of damage. And he and the fucking wow, really? Not trying to make him fatter. He and the inner cycle are taking off. He's gonna they're hightailing it off.
Enjoy the army. Enjoy the 20 men that are back there. As he drives by.
He wouldn't. He's let's see, but he's retreated. So that's
Oh, that's
booted
not what I wanted after all.
3. He leaves. Okay, let's see. That leaves it at. That leaves it at Kurad. There's two. There's two down and out. There's two down and out thugs on the ground out here, and everybody else seems to be in the building except for Kib, who nearly got run over by the inner cycle as it and
And
got shot.
this guy is definitely off the field.
Yeah, it's an inner cycle. It's got a huge movement speed. It's going.
See, Mr. What's his name didn't want me to bring an intercept. I'm just playing.
Then let's see. Oh, perfect. He's in range.
All right.
Yes.
That's a fail.
Yep.
Let's see. Kib? Now it's your turn now. So.
Okay, so if this is a computer console, I'm going to go in and access the computer console.
All
This
right.
is.
So.
I don't know what this is.
It's a table.
Okay.
There's drugs on it. Lots of drugs.
Yay! Shitty drugs.
Yeah, real shitty drugs. And the raw materials to make the shitty drugs.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Kib, give me a computers check.
Wait, is everybody dead that needs to be dead? Or is Kid
No.
doing this mid-battle?
Kib's doing this mid-battle.
Just confirming. Yes.
Yep, he just like, motherfucker just tried to run me over. Fine, I'm going to know about his other bases. And hack the computer. Try shit.
Grannon is going to move in because he knows it. Because he knows that this is not exactly. This doesn't seem, at least, to be Philip's area of expertise. He's got his knife out and attempt to stab the guy. 25. Yep, that's
Minimal damage. It is lost. Oh, there you are.
Oh, so 7. So he's down to. Yeah. Philip?
Yeah. So the guy's dead now?
Nope, he's still standing.
Oh,
Looks
damn
like
it.
he's pretty hurt. Like basically, Grannon like turned around from where he was at, ran back over and shanked him in the side, and the guy still got his pistol and his sword out, and we're right now right in the moment right after Grannon like shanked him. Like basically, he just came in, stabbed him, and pulled the knife out, and you were looking at Grannon and this guy in front of you.
Well, let's see if it works. It does.
All right, so you're using your gun?
No, that would be ridiculous. This is a club.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a hit, and that brings him down.
Yeah, it has cold damage, but only on a crit, so we're fine. Yeah. Ow! All right. And Ha couldn't get into the computers, so
All right. So,
no, we're good.
Kib, so Kib, this system looks like there's a lot of like, there's like a file marked games, a file marked no games, and a file marked damn it, I need to quit losing my password games, and there's a like communication logs. There's also like like what looks like a small amount, like a bit of an account system in terms of like um, knowing how much of each ingredient for the drug they have. A little bit of like there's a sort of a digital ledger, you know, something that seems to be a digital that's more. There's a file named ingredients and inventory, and one that's marked the take, essentially.
So, granted, the guy on the inner cycle, of course, was probably the one we were trying to find.
He's like, no, don't. These were all humans. The isekai. I don't see him
Oh yeah,
around
you're right.
anymore.
So, shall
Kib,
we
what
look
are
for
you
the
going to try to
isekai?
get? Well, first of all, I want to know, Kib, what file are you? What file are you going to try to get into next, or first, I should say?
And Kip, would you like some
Communication.
help now that we're not fighting?
Sure. I don't know. I'm kind of like, ooh, look, communications.
Okay, so give me a roll on communications.
Dang
Let's
it!
see,
Wait for me.
computers.
Oh,
So nice. All right, so you managed to get into the communication. Easy. Like, these guys don't. They really don't seem to know a whole lot about encryption. They don't even have a security system on here. The communication logs seem to be relatively simple. Like they're very like outside of like outside of them talking to each other, what have you. There's the vaporous appears to come into contact every so often. There's some communication logs with the vaporous as they bring in as they bring in newer people or bring in like supplies to help make the drugs or to pick up the take as they call it. And from what it looks like, you'd have to get to know much about what the actual like how much money or whatever credits are being made here. You'd have to get into the file labeled the take. But um, what it seems to suggest from what the two of you can see is that the vaporous makes stops here on a relatively unpredictable cycle to pick up money and deliver supplies and personnel. But it doesn't look like there's generally more than a few people in this outpost.
Looking at the communications file, when was the last time they were here to pick up their money?
So the vaporous left a day after like the festival. Like the vaporous came and left a day after the festival and picked up their money. But there's no record here on where there are any other outposts or base for the Red Booters. Just that whatever it's from what you're gathering, from what you can see, this is essentially what it is. They set up a small outpost here close enough to Himwell that they could come in for whatever to sell drugs. And every so often, somebody sends a shuttle by to pick up money, drop off fresh personnel, rotate people out, bring in some supplies. Um, there's, you know, there is, there are some personal logs in here as well. But you're guessing that a lot of what's here is basically like these guys are the lower level. These guys are the low end of the shtick here. These guys are the guys with the shit job. You know, they're basically getting paid to be here for several months on end, occasionally traveling into town to sell some drugs under the cover of whatever they can find cover from, and then come back here and wait until somebody comes to pick up shit and tell them that they're getting rotated out. So
So,
Okay, so I
hang on.
kind of do all that, and then I'm gonna access the second game thing folder, whatever that was. I forgot.
okay,
You said there were games, and then there were something games, and I can't remember what it was, and then there were password games. I want to
yeah,
go into whatever that second one was.
the file labeled no games. It
Yeah, no
appears
games.
it is it's a no and an exclamation point and games, and then the and an exclamation point. The games you find in here are relatively simple and rudimentary. A computer with half the ability that this one has could run this shit. And this computer is not good. This computer is kind of it, this is a computer that's well enough to be functional for what it's doing here, but as far as taking it to use it for anything else, better to break it down for UPBs and start all over. And you as an engineer, Philip, would recognize this too. Like Technomancer and Mechanic both, you look at this thing and go, I'd use it for an operation like what this looks like, but if I were self-respecting any Technomancer or self-respecting engineer and I wanted to use this for anything, I'd tear it down and just use it for parts.
Okay.
Well, the thought had crossed my mind to take the whole computer
Yeah.
and use it for parts. I mean,
Yeah.
our space station kind of looks like crap. We could use
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
What do you think? You want some
I
parts?
think
There is an upstairs level to this thing.
so. It's been 6 days since they were here. That means it could be up to a month or more before they come back.
Possibly. There doesn't seem to be, and there doesn't seem to be any particular
Brian.
definable pattern. You know.
Brian, ask Grannon when the next festival is.
He's sleeping.
Oh, okay. Fine, Grannon.
And he's like, he's like, and Brandon's like, oh, it's gonna be a while. We don't have anything else. We don't have anything else coming up for any kind of festival coming up for, I don't know, probably about 3 months or so. And we've says there's a but the festival in 3 months is a relatively small one. Now the biggest festival of our year is the biggest festival outside of Founders Day. Actually, it's bigger than Founders Day. We have we have we have the 10 tankards days. 10 days, 10 tankards, named for the Battle of 10 Tankards when the Hemwell was very nearly overrun by pirates. And the defenders of the town managed to not only stave them off, but, you know, kill most of them and take their ship. A lot of it's was eventually used as parts around town. And the captain himself, who knows what the hell happened to him.
So, how much more of this place is there? There has to be, at the very least, like a place for them to sleep, maybe.
Right. There's like a downstairs that you find, but all you find down there is what looks like just what you would expect for a bunch of like low life criminals that are living out in the middle of nowhere. Like there's maybe some There's maybe like some dirty print mags. There's refuse, beer bottles. There's the occasional there's some clothing. Nothing of any real value.
Hmm. While this is going on, I will send out his 2,500 feet and
Mhm.
do a half circle fucking pattern inward to just get a feel of how things are out there. I mean, I realized that our guy that got away on his cycle was actually further than that tree out there, but
Right. Yeah. You send
and
high out.
Ha's still at the ready, so he's got his gun drawn.
Yeah. All right. So you've got Ha out, patrolling around. I think Grannon is in the process of, he's looked around at you. He's gone downstairs and grabbed like some shirts and stuff and torn them up and like
Wait, is he hurt? Hurt?
no, he's not hurt. He was in stamina. Like
Okay.
he's finding shit to turn into. You know what? I think he probably actually had something for this. He probably has like some. Uh, he probably actually has like some rope or something in one of the packs for this. But he ties up the guys, the unconscious criminals. He's like, well, now that we know where we're at and where this place is, maybe we can boost the signal from here, radio back to Hemwell, and send him somebody, and have him send somebody out. Send have him send some men out to secure this place and pick us up.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna create vitamins in my hand. Anybody want a vitamin?
What?
Huh?
I
When
cast.
did you
I cast
go
a
ahead?
mega vitamin.
You
What
cast
does
Mega
that do?
Vitamin?
I create 2d4 powerful vitamins. They're food.
Oh, you get to regain extra hit points. Aw.
It's food. I just felt like creating one.
Yeah,
Oh my god! It's the sci-fi version of Goodberry.
it's food for
Yes,
Pretty
24
much.
hours. Yeah.
it's a little
I
bit
create
better than
them.
Goodberry.
I create them and I like eat one and I'm like, anybody want a vitamin?
My god, it's Jameson vitamins.
Let's see how
Right,
many
I take the
you
dog.
created.
Yeah, roll 2d4. Oh wow.
I guess you get 7 then, because I guess that was you rolling. I was going to roll if you didn't. So,
All right.
yeah, so you get 7 vitamins out of that.
All right, I take the one that looks like it's a dinosaur.
Okay.
Each y'all can have a vitamin.
I
I
want
can
the
get
one that
one.
looks like Fred Flintstone.
Okay.
I know of this Flintstone that you speak of.
There's a
He's an
yeah,
ancient slug from my world.
Yes,
I think
he
yeah,
likes polka dots.
Yes.
I think Grannon is he's got skills too. He's probably gonna have. He's got engineering, I think.
Okay. What's up with this computer?
Yeah. So Grannon is going to start tinkering with one of the computers. He's trying to boost the signal so that he can get a message back out to him. Well, Kib, you want to inform him on what you found on the computers?
He did both of them?
Well,
I did this one. I figured they were networked together, but I don't know. Maybe
Both
not.
networked together, then yeah, sure.
yeah, they pretty much are. And it's Grannon is
like-
tinkering with it.
I was like, well, this is like a drug drop place, you know? It's kind of simple. They got fun games on these things, though. That's kind of cool.
Hey, Kib, let's go outside real quick and see if we can fix this.
Oh, yeah.
What's
That'd
on
be
the
kinda
table,
fun.
Justa?
Lots of drugs.
supplies.
Drugs. There's like it's obviously where they were making and processing, putting together drugs and stuff.
Just something I could put all the stuff in.
I looked.
There is not really anything that you could put everything in.
All right, but let's see if Jessa, is it impossible to fix this? Is that what you're going to tell us?
Give me.
Okay. Wait a minute, Kib. You don't have any, or you have engineering.
Yeah.
So you roll first. No, wait. What is your total bonus to engineering?
12.
Okay, then it doesn't matter who rolls first. So go ahead and roll first. Damn it, Kib. Apparently you should have went first.
All right. Well, you buggy started. There is no turret on the buggy. It's just a buggy.
That's fine, but if we get the buggy started, that makes it much easier for us to get back whether he can boost the signal or not. And
Is the buggy damaged at all?
Yeah, it's the damaged from having sat out in front of this building for a while.
Well, I can get mending on it.
All right.
Like the tires?
Sure.
I text Kurad, we're going to start putting all the materials into the back of the truck.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think after about 30 minutes or so, Grannon is like like gets on the you hear like Grannon gets over there and he's like opens the comms and he's like contacting Himwell. He's like, Grannon to Himwell. We've located the base. We've located the drug operations base of the drugs dealer's base of operation. At least one of them, anyway. Home in on the. I'm going to send out a signal. Home in on that signal and send a team. We've got 3 prisoners, 1 escapee, armed and dangerous. So and he's like, and there's that. And like he gets eventually he gets a response back like, Grannon, this is Himwell. We've got a team en route to your route to your position. Make sure you keep that that transponder up so we can track your signal. He's like, so he this would be witnessed by anybody who's actually in the building while he's when he gets to that point. But if you guys are outside of the building, he eventually just comes out and says, he's like,
right, still inside.
Okay, yeah. So Kurad, you actually see this go down. He's like, and he's like, you might want to holler at your associates and let them know that Himwell's got a team on their way. And he's like, and he said,
I did text you, Kurad, that the vehicle was fixed, so you can at this point assume that we have everything in there.
Yeah. Oh, I text you back. It's like, yeah, they got a team on the way back.
Cool.
And it's not like Grannon didn't notice you loading up the drugs and the drug stuff and whatnot. He kind of
we weren't trying to hide it either.
Yeah, he's like he goes, I'm not a law enforcement officer, but they are going to want some stuff for evidence. However,
yes, we left the drugs.
Yeah, he's like, they'll definitely need to have some stuff so they can have a trial. But I didn't. He goes, as for that stuff, long as it doesn't stay in Himwell and it goes somewhere else, I didn't see anything.
We promise that this will go with us. Well, can't we just rip it out of the wall if need be?
The computer?
Yeah. I'd take that computer and put it on the buggy.
Or can we at the very least take the motherboards from the computers so we have all the information on them? And that'd be our 10%. That's the problem. We can't.
Not the motherboard, it's the hard drive.
There you go. Hey, I never said I know that much about computer.
But we can take the motherboard and the different parts and use the parts as well. Yes, they're low quality, but you could still upgrade them and use them on the station. Hell, we could probably even take the casing of the computer and use it to patch up some walls. Be kind of a cool design.
Hmm.
Actually, I have this one spot that would look really cool with this left panel over here on this computer. I had it in
All
mind
right.
on the station. It would look really cool.
Get it in the vehicle now before people show up.
Okay. He rips the computer apart and brings it, sets it on the truck. It'll be useful.
So, because we have a little bit of time, do we want to see how far we can track this guy before they show up? I mean,
guy?
the guy that got away on the intercycle.
Oh, you can't track him at all. He's long gone.
We've been working on this
So,
buggy
oh,
for 30 minutes.
that's true.
And you were working on the computer before that, and you've been loading drugs. His trail is
Yeah, but we can't.
cold.
But we followed a trail that was 4 days old.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to try to track him
No,
down,
it's all right.
yeah. All
It
right.
wasn't the Isekai. I'm fine with leaving him behind. Only one of them died.
None of them actually died. They're all unconscious.
Darn it. All right.
Yeah, no conscious.
Are they all like beyond 0, or are they just like at 0?
They're all. None of them are far gone enough to fake that they're dead and take them.
No, that wasn't going to work anyway. This guy isn't going to let us take bodies. He needs bodies for evidence too. I was thinking score extra points by bringing them up to 0, so they're still unconscious, but they're not dying.
No, well, none of them are dying. They have enough effectively in game. If you want to think about the mechanics, they had enough resolve points to not die.
Okay.
They just didn't. Because they're NPCs, they don't have players that are smart enough to choose to keep them in the fight for one more round, as well.
Good for them.
Thank you for breaking the narrative and for making me break the narrative into the mechanic.
My apologies.
No, they'll all survive. I mean, the guy that Grandin stabbed is probably in the worst condition, but most of it did. But most of it, his armor absorbed enough of it that it wasn't fatal. It was easy enough to first aid it, so he's not gonna bleed out.
But table attached to the floor. How heavy is this table? Anybody want a table?
Yeah, it's not attached to the
floor. we probably need to leave the table, but take the chairs. There has to be at least 2, one for each computer.
There's 2. There's a third one downstairs. You can take their beds if you want to.
No, we just by the time I get back, go ahead.
They don't exactly have like individual rooms. It's just like one common room with a few beds and a couple of.
Right, they have common quarters. I got you.
Yeah.
But no, we can't do too much.
I know. I'm just trying to put some stuff in there so that we can take back materials to the station.
We still have to make it look like we're not taking anything but this vehicle.
Fine.
We can't load it down for bears, so to speak.
I was just thinking we could always use more material to
close
off the station.
We'll get more material somewhere else.
Better than a you call my work.
All right.
So
Gannon, do you want to wait here for your men to show up, or do you want to drive with us back to town?
Grandin's like, yeah, we can't load all these yahoos in that buggy. We can't all fit. And I'm not going to leave these assholes here tied or not by them on their own cognizance.
Oh, you got a good point about that. I'm sorry.
He's like, besides, now that we have the transponder signal, they should be able to fly. They should be able to get out here fairly quickly, a lot quicker than tracking it down by day or tracking it down on foot. Is he's like, he says, I should be fine here. If that guy comes back, well, I'm well enough armed. Besides, I don't think he's gonna want to. I don't think he's gonna want to venture back here anytime soon. Uh,
You
best
know,
case, best case scenario for him is that we've left and he just sits here and hangs out and waits for his bosses to come back and kill him for not sticking around to defend their product.
right? Well, thank you for pretending not to notice us taking some stuff. We promise it'll go off world, and I promise we will not sell to anyone on world.
And he's like, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay, but if they fly up to us on our space station, I can't like stop them from going other places. That's just honesty.
He's like, yeah, well, most people don't typically like to leave the planet side.
Yay, diplomacy.
So, but yeah, if I think maybe this is probably a good spot to go ahead and wrap it. Wrap it up. So maybe our last shot is of you guys like driving like back to town, like maybe the shot of the buggy from behind. And
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to give me directions, Karad, because you can't drive, and I can't find the direction to save us. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah.
Ha! Come here. Play the kitten fits.
Right? Yeah, it was this thrashy girl punk, music going on after as you guys drive away. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and get sign off started. Who wants
Ooh.
to start? And player's choice and whatnot. And who wants to start us off?
Player's choice. I know who wants to start us off. I bet it's psychopathic.
And is it?
Oh, apparently it's not.
Oh,
Sorry.
I heard him.
Thinking. Doing. Okay. So, I'm Psych. I'm Scott. I don't know what I want to call myself. I played kid.
Just not late for dinner.
No, I'm never late for dinner. I got a fat belly. Anyways, so I played Kib, and Kib helped more today than before. He's helpful. He's trying to get material. It happens. What else am I in? Oh yeah, on Saturday, Lands of Ibaria.
Close enough.
Where?
Yeah.
Close. I'm getting better. Where we had fun underground, I guess. Then we came back and the tree was gone. Where do we go next? We'll find out. I don't know. That's fun. Anyways, that's all I'm in and I'm done. Next.
Yeah, I'll go next. Hello, I'm Brian. I played Cura today, and we got ourselves some drug materials and stuff to make it with. Yay, I'm happy. I can finally do some more stuff on the station than just be a medical officer. You can find me Saturdays running the Lands of Iberia. Yes, they were underground for last few sessions. A big, ominous tree's gone, which sort of freaks a few people out. And yeah, there's a few other things that have happened that they haven't noticed yet. So yeah, tune in on Saturdays for that. And that's it for me.
Hi, I played David the Gnome tonight, and I also played Philip Defoe. And we did better than I thought we were going to do. Normally, we're horrible in combat. Or at least the last time we were in combat. But when we get back to the station, there'll be some cool stuff. We're super excited for it. And I had a really good time tonight. So on to the Justice King.
All right. Awesome. So let's get the bookkeeping out of the way first. Everybody gets 400 XP. We have a break in the streak this week. Kurad wins Player's Choice for an extra 50 XP.
Nice.
You guys, as far as what you come out of this particular adventure with, you gain the buggy and you gain 400 UPBs. If you so choose, you can also take the long swords and tactical semi-auto pistols that the red booters that you fought were carrying. So there's 3 of each of those. If you want.
I think we are going to be satisfied because that just seems a little greedy.
Okay, all right.
No, we take it all.
400 UPBs and a basic exploration buggy. So, with that said, I am the Just a King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights doing this with Freewheel Station. This has been an interesting little diversion. It would be a nice little, quick little setup mission, a couple of little encounters, and a little bit of story woven into them, but not too much. And next week, hopefully, we'll be next week. We should be getting back on track and seeing what's going on. Either will be, depending on what the guys decide to do, or depending on what the crew decides to do, whether they decide to hang in Himwell for a bit longer or go back to the space station. But it sounds like they're ready to go back to their station because they got a bunch of cool new stuff that they set up there, and I'm actually a little excited for that too because I got some stuff coming too. New thing. So, but let's. With that said, let's bring out the dragon and go home with this. Bring out the dragon!